Happy Samhain, everyone. Happy Halloween. We are so glad that you're here with us on Spirit Sessions of View of the Light. We have a great guest coming, but I just wanted to give you a little tiny bit of what I learned about Samhain, except how to say it instead of Samhain, which I've been saying it for years because I've only read it. Nobody's ever
Mhm.
spoken the word to me. So on Samhain, this is when the three-part goddess, the maiden, the warrior, and the crone. The maiden, what is it? The maiden,
Maiden,
the
mother,
maiden,
Maiden
crone.
Mother
maiden
Crow.
mother crone. Um,
I'm not
now
laughing.
she's moving into her crone phase, which I am too. But
Yeah.
we're all kind of getting wiser. This is when the dark, wise wisdom comes forth in the world. It's also a time to kind of honor those who have gone before, our loved ones, our pets, and they even suggest lighting a candle and placing it in the west of your window to help those souls find the light and to honor their passing and to honor their lives. I know in Mexico they have a whole big party on this day and they go out to the graveyards and decorate the graves and have a big party. It's all about honoring those souls that are already in the light and asking them to come down and commune with us. And also the harvest season. The sun is now starting to go to sleep for the till the winter, till the solstice when it rebirths again. So it's time to let go of anything old that's binding you to last year. It's time to get rid of it. And even though it's a season of kind of the death, it's also a season of letting those bad things go too. So let's honor that. And we've got the perfect guest today. Teresa, would you introduce our perfect guest for bringing us into the new?
I will, because I only bring to you guests that strike me and give meaning when I find them. It's I'm not going to invite just anybody, okay? So I invited Kimrâh because, okay, here's the little story. Sometimes I argue with my spirit guides. We have a really rich relationship and all kinds of things go on, but sometimes it's like, why does this have to be so? I have other intentions. And sometimes, they'll take me on a line. And this time they showed me Kimrâh. The very question that I was asking him that day, I randomly hit her video and she not only answered one of them, but the exact word for word of what I was asking, she answered at the end of her video. And I'm like, oh my God, it's taken me to a whole new level that they're going to lead me. This is how supported we all are. We're going to find who we need to hear it from when we need to hear it. What can I say now? And so everyone feel her energy and listen and welcome Kimrâh Minuty. Welcome to our show today.
Hi, everyone. So I'm Kimrâh Minuty. I am a spiritual ascension coach, right? So I'm also a spiritual alchemist. And the reason I call myself a spiritual alchemist is because I have walked a really interesting path. Like Rhonda, myself, I did not know that it was Samhain until I was like 30 something because I was a solitary eclectic witch and I just read books and talked to spirits my whole life. So today, the very first thing that I'd like to do is bless all of you with a grounding exercise, if you will allow me, ladies.
Woohoo!
Oh, awesome.
Right?
Love it.
Because okay, so it's Samhain, and we're talking about spirit unveiled, right? And the veil is super thin today. So whenever we want to talk about stuff like that, it's really important to ground yourself and root yourself in the earth and get yourself balanced and tethered so that you're not at the mercy of first and foremost the energies because they are out of control. And then secondarily, right now it's all types of things are available to walk the earth. So we've got demons, we've got genies, we've got jinns, we've got phoenix, we've got dragon energy, we've got fairy energy, we've got galactic, so plenty. And so everybody is out here waltzing around, waltzing around.
Big ol'
So let's
party.
shield ourselves. Yeah, it's a big party right now on
Yeah.
earth. So let's everybody get centered. Get centered. I want you guys to take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth. And take a few more. Breathe in with me. Breathe out. And as you settle into your heart space, I want you to find that very calm, deep, still place in your heart. want you to close your eyes. I want you to follow my voice. Today, Spirit has asked us to ground ourselves deeply in the truth of love, in the truth of what is our unity, in the truth of our purpose. And so with that, I ask that we are surrounded with not only Archangel Michael, but all of our ancestors and all of the beings who are here for our highest good, our galactics, our angels, our fairies, our devas, our demons, everyone that is here in unity with us, shadow and light. And I ask that you now, as you breathe deeply, I want you to send all of your worry, all of your hurt, all of your angst, all of your suffering. I want you to clear it from your heart and push it down through your body, all the way down to your toes, like a river of sorrow. And I want you to shed that river of sorrow, and I want you to pull it down under your feet and let it drain into the earth. And as it drains into the earth, I want you to continue to follow it down. And I want you to anchor yourself in Mother Earth. Remind yourself that you are water, you are wind, you are earth, you are fire. And I want you to go all the way deep down to the center of Mother Earth and go deeper past that through the magma and into the crystalline heart of Gaia. And I want you to anchor yourself. And when you anchor yourself, you'll hear a snap. As you are anchored, I want you to then draw that energy, that crystalline Gaia energy. It is clear, it is pure, it is beautiful, it is rainbow, it is iridescent. I want you to drain it and bring it up into your body, bring it up to your feet, up to your legs, up to your root chakra, up to your solar plexus chakra, through that sacral to the solar plexus chakra, to your heart, and anchor it there. Then I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to outstretch your wings. Reach up into the heavens, and I want you to connect with Source. Okay, and from there, you're going to ask for Source to guide you divinely and to anchor you and balance your masculine and your feminine. And then we're going to draw that energy from Source through your crown chakra, through your third eye chakra, through your throat chakra, and into your heart, and anchor it there. And then I would like for you to please take this moment to ask all of your celestial posse, your spirit guides, your angels, all of them to gather around you and support you and hold you, and to clear the path of obstacles so that you can continue on your way with ease and grace. And I ask, as we go through this session today, that the black angelic fire angels are here to disperse and transmute anything that is of a low vibration or of negative energy, so that we can safely sit in service and counsel to Source and bring forth a message of love and unity. And I would like for you to come back to yourself. And here we are.
Wow. Amazing.
Everybody feel a little bit better now?
Yes, much better. Thank you so much.
Yes, oh yes. Ooh, I love that.
Okay.
Thank
good.
you.
So the energy is crazy, right?
Sure is.
If you're not grounding every morning, guys, you're hurting yourself. Don't miss a grounding session. Okay? All right,
Yes.
so now we got a safe container. What's up? What do you want? Tell me what you want.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about the things that I've, how you validated me along our journey when I started watching you and stuff. So, can you touch on just a little bit first how boundaries and the ascension were going together? Because that was the one that is like, whoa, things have been clicking in my head, and then I see you with the title. It's like, oh yeah, she got it. I gotta go hear this.
So here's what happened with boundaries, right? I had shit boundaries. That's what happened. And so Spirit taught me. Spirit was like, hey, that's not the way that you're going to get to where you've got to go. And I was like, I don't know what you mean. I want to help everybody. I want to love everybody. Everybody's unity consciousness. We're all one. Me and the ants, me and the birds, me and the trees. Of course, I can give them all. Right? Yeah. And it was great. And that is still very much true. But what was shown to me was that we are a container, right? And through life, our container gets dented and cracked, and you lose the beautiful gems that make up your goblet, right? So you're a beautiful goblet of gold, and you've got diamonds and pearls, and you're encrusted with all these beautiful things. But as you go through life and people tell you that you're not who you are, and you're not good enough, and you're not this, and you're ugly, and you're fat, and you're too this, and you're too that, your cup gets dented and it gets cracked and it gets dinged, right? And sometimes you get to the end of the road with like half a cup, guys. Like you're hurt, right? It's like you limp into the finish line. So what happens then is you have to make boundaries to mend your cup. Okay, because how can you pour into others with a half broken cup? Like we're pouring and it's spilling out, we're pouring and it's spilling out, you know what I mean? And you're drained and you're angry and you're broke, but you love everybody, right? But how can you be of service to anyone if you're pouring from an empty cup?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
boundaries are you reinforcing your golden goblet. It's you taking care of yourself and filling yourself to the brim. It's you filling yourself to overflowing, in fact. So now you can give with ease because you're overflowing. Like there's no lack. You're always tapped in. You're always turned on. You're always in alignment. Now, in reality, are you always going to be in alignment? Fuck no. No. I mean, you can do a good bit, you can do a good stretch. I went like 40 days once. That was amazing, but that was it. I haven't been able to do that since. Like, come on, you know?
Yeah, right on.
So that's what boundaries are about, truthfully. It has nothing to do with, not believing in the law of one, but it just comes from balance. Like, you have to be able to give and receive. Give and receive.
Ebb
Beneath,
and flow.
I see your message and you're very depressed. And it's because that you're in a situation that isn't working for you, honey. You have to look and see why it's not working for you. And then you have to that's the message for today, guys. The message was surrender. Okay? That's
Surrender.
what they wanted me to
Yes.
bring forward for you, honestly.
I
It's a
love
very
that.
difficult message, right? They want you to let go of everything that is not serving you. And what does that mean? Friends, family, parents, sisters, dogs, political affiliations, religious affiliations, whatever, what you eat, where you go, who you hang out with. It's the hardest thing you're going to ever ask to be done to do. Period. Expectations, yes, Angie, absolutely
Absolutely.
expectations. Expectations that others have of you and expectations you have for yourself.
Exactly.
Okay, it's a lot of unlearning. I call it unfucking yourself. Right?
Right on.
Yeah, like you're living to a certain set of standards, and because you live by those sort of standards, you're hurting yourself because you think you should be XYZ. In reality, you are where you are, and it's the hardest thing. Like I suck at this. I'm not even gonna lie, I suck at it. But we're
I would
human
like
beings.
to address the depression too and surrendering because a lot of times the first thing you get depressed, you feel it coming on you because obviously how long you've been putting things off, and you feel it coming on you, and it doesn't matter. Somebody says, oh, you just need to get out in nature, or don't you have your children to live for? And it's like,
Right.
oh my god, this is where I feel like I failed. And so some of the
Mhm.
sweetest things that people want to tell you are actually hurtful. And for me, what it is I need to be met on my vibration, or when I try to meet them. That way it's not like two vibrations trying to, oh, let me save you, and me like, oh no. And so I had to come to where I can have a vibration that's a match. And then from
Mhm.
there, music does it for me, like if I'm
Mhm.
angry, if we're sad. And then the other thing, when it comes to surrender, and they're telling me I got to surrender, it's like, okay, okay, what else is there to surrender? Here I am, I'm
Everything.
dying, I'm bleeding, and what? And then I actually do. And it's like very moment I surrender, I could feel the upliftment. I could feel my guides
Mhm.
and all the messages. It's like magic. So I actually look forward. I know this is weird, but I actually look forward to depression and triggers and things because of the magic alchemy that's about to happen.
Well, it's not that you look forward to it, if you'll allow me to say. I think it's that you've learned the benefit of what's on the other side. Okay. So, like, when I do my Dark Night of the Soul coach group coaching, right? So we talk about the Dark Night of the Soul and why it's so horrible. Like, it's horrible. There's no pleasant way to go around it, right? But the reason you have such deep dark nights of the soul is because it's in direct proportion to your desire. And what people don't realize is that your subconscious soul desire is what's running the show. And if you have a very, what people call a big dream, or a large desire, or a deep thing that you're trying to bring forward, you can guarantee you're going to suffer. Like, it's almost a guarantee. We haven't shifted out of that paradigm yet where we're not going to do it without suffering. We're getting there. It's becoming easier. We're ushering in more ease and grace. But many people are still going to have to go through a deep level of suffering because they're holding on to the things that spirit is telling them to have courage and let go. Like, people don't understand, surrender is to be courageous, because it takes a lot of strength to have faith in spirit and let shit go and to let your whole life burn to shreds. I've done it about 2,300 times, but it's, I'm a Scorpio, so we are all about death and rebirth, right? So, like,
Right.
that's my thing. And right now we're in Scorpio season. So, like you were saying, the crone is about deep introspection, going into your heart. Like, yeah, and it is. It's hard to do. And then that's why I coach people through it, because it's not something that, honestly, if I'd had someone to help me, I would have had someone help me.
For
But I
sure.
did it on my own, right? So now I'm a coach because I'm like, if you want help, I will try to help you. Like, it sucks to do this by yourself.
For
So,
sure. I think that's the greatest thing that we get to do for others is like, oh yeah, I've been there. I understand what you're going through. I can not only hold your hand, but I can cry with you or whatever, whatever we're available to help with. And because now we've forged the tools.
that's it. People, oftentimes people think that when you say you're a healer, that you're going to come and do some heavy lifting for people. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I didn't come here to save you. I'm here to facilitate your growth.
Facilitate.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm facilitating your growth. Why? Because I have healed myself in this aspect and I understand what it takes to sit and hold space for you. That's what I mean when I say I'm a healer. I didn't heal shit in no one else. I healed stuff in me because I needed that, right? But now I can hold space for you because that's what it actually takes. You're the one facilitating your healing. I'm helping you unplug the crap that's in the way for you to connect deeper. And when you feel depressed, when you feel depressed, it's because you don't feel close to source. That's what I've learned, because I spent 20 years with bipolar depression, guys, and it was because I was disconnected from source. As soon as I was able to connect, that crazy wave stopped, And then I noticed that it would get a little scattered as I was gaining new powers, and then it would snap into place, and I'm like, oh, okay,
Ah,
we're back.
boom.
Yeah. So sometimes that depression is a wobble. Like in the law of attraction, we call it a wobble. It's a phase when you're about to level up or when you're snapping into a new playing field or a new power level or a new skill set, whatever that is, right? So in that time span, you are uncertain because you're turning into goo and reforming into a new level. So it's always tenuous. It doesn't feel good. You don't feel connected. When that happens, pay attention to angel numbers. Vaneet, you're probably extremely sensitive to energies related to persons, places, and things.
Oh, for
That's what
sure.
happened with me. It
Yeah.
was,
Yeah.
yeah, it was painful. So you want to look at those things. You want to look at, like, what am I eating? What am I drinking? Where am I living? When you start going through a spiritual awakening, you're so sensitive, you cannot put up with a lot of anything. Working for crap people, being around people who are painful, like,
Oh, yeah.
all of that stuff you have to separate. I mean, one of the things I remember the most, I don't know if this happened to you, Teresa, or you, Bex, was like wanting to go into the forest and get so far away from humanity, just wanting to just
We do that every day.
go to the river. Please, God, let me go to the woods. I can't take what I'm feeling from the collective, right? The
Right,
overall.
right. Yeah,
Yeah.
big time.
So,
Yeah, it's been intense for all of us. You know, we've all been experiencing a lot of that really heavy energy. I know I went through a really deep, dive into some heavy energies and stuff, some heavy feelings and my own depression or whatever. But it's transition. For me, depression equals transition means that
Yes.
I'm in between of who I was and who I'm becoming. And it is uncomfortable, so uncomfortable. But
It's
so
when you
unfamiliar.
recognize, yeah, it is. Well, I mean, we're going to go through it multiple times in our lives, in just this lifetime alone. And then, we'll do it in other lifetimes too. But it's just learning to embrace the discomfort, knowing that we're up leveling, we're becoming more stabilized in who we really are and letting go of the shit that's been holding us back.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I lean deeper into spirit when this happens. That's what saved me. That's the only thing I can honestly say. Like I always say, I don't know how people go around with no sort of faith
Connection.
connection.
Right?
Right,
How are you not killing yourselves?
right.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Like that's crazy. People are like, oh, you're crazy. You talk about ghosts and stuff. No, 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 no. Not being connected is crazy. Okay. You want to be out there
Just,
at the
yes.
whim of the control mechanism, at the whim of all of these other thoughts that are out there that are beating you down to force you into a way that is the old paradigm. They won't allow you to move into the new. Like that's what everybody's taught with 5D. It's can you bring the level of focus and divinity into your life so that you can live well, which means pay your bills, have excess money, go on vacation, support your family, and be happy, while everything else goes to shit in the world. That's literally it. It's literally 5. Because if you're on that timeline, all your shit is going good. If you're not, your shit is going bad. Why? You're at the apex where you get to make the choice. Do I want the life I deserve, or am I going to keep arguing for my limitations?
I
Ooh.
love
Please
that.
don't stop.
What's great is right when you asked that question, the time on our show hit 2222, which is
Boom.
all about
Right.
keeping the faith. It's keeping the faith, this balance, harmony, right? The balance of the dualities, right?
Got to. Got to. Got to. I don't know any other way. And I screw up at this. Like, guys, today I'm doing really good. Promise. I trust you. I prepared. I sat in the bath for 40 minutes. I meditated for 3.5 hours. I was like, please illuminate me so that I bring forth the message that is truly useful to people and not my soapbox, right? And I
Right,
was
right,
like,
right.
okay. And mind you, when I got up this morning, I was just like the three of you this morning. I was angry. I was frustrated. I was like, y'all are pissing me off. I was like, I'm getting off Facebook because y'all are not hearing the message and you're killing me. So I was like, none of that. That's not what we need to partake in. I can either jump on that irate energy,
Yep.
or I can choose to plug even deeper and not be a part of that. What are you going to choose today? Radical action.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
I love that. Choice
Or
points
radical
every minute.
inaction.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of radical inaction going on, Rhonda. What you mean? That's a whole hashtag.
Not engaging in the division. That's
Yes.
what I think. Not
Yeah.
engaging in those things where you want to go, you, and then
Yeah,
you don't.
yeah. The S and them. Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about?
So
Us and them.
let me bring this forward. Every time Melinda, I love you. I'm glad you like the unicorn horns. I love unicorns. But so like, look at this. Every time you decide to argue with someone, you are now entering into an energetic contract. And if
Yes.
you don't cleanse yourself of your energy after you do that, you're carrying that bullshit energy everywhere you go. So now think about how many energetic contracts you decided to get on just on fucking Facebook.
Whoa, ho,
And
ho,
you
ho.
Oh, yeah, I try never to. Yeah.
and you haven't cleansed yourself in any way, shape, or form. You haven't even grounded yourself today. And then you wonder why you feel like crap.
Yep.
You are literally piling people's BS onto you by engaging with them and not having the self discipline and the boundaries to just be like, that's not my path.
Oh, so I do have a boundary then. I figured it out. I don't get on Facebook until I've been up about 3 or 4 hours, until I've done my meditation and called on my angels and sent gratitude
Right.
to things. And so that's actually, I see, I did do a
Very good.
boundary.
Look at you, Teresa. Yes, that's
Look at
excellent.
it.
Yes, that's perfect. That's perfect. And you know what? I'm glad you said that because a lot of people don't have a morning routine, right? So, and it sounds very hokey and cheesy. And I used to think, the people who are like, if you don't make your bed in the morning, you haven't even accomplished anything for the day. Like, those people, and I'd be like, I hate you, shut up. Right. But here's the real truth. Here's the real truth. I connect to my spirit guides every morning without fail. And I thank them for my breath, for my living situation, for the pillow that I'm on, for either sweating to death through the night or not, for stubbing my toe, whatever, right? And I say that. And I do that first thing. And then I get up and I light a candle for my various spirit guides around the house. And then I get on Facebook and I scroll to see what is the temperature of the collective, right?
Ooh.
And I take a look and I go, what do they need to hear today? So we have this like spirit conference in the morning and I'm like talking out loud to nobody, right? And I'm like,
No,
hey,
no,
y'all.
you're talking out loud to somebody.
I'm talking about it's a fucking conference room, a crowd of people. Let's just be real.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
so I call my spirit posse. I'm like, yo, posse, this is what I'm seeing. What are we talking about today? Right? And then that's when they give me whatever the timbre or the message of whatever it is. And that's how you know that you guys are connected because Teresa's question was answered in my spirit. Because my spirit was like, hey, this is what we need to talk about today. And boom, here we go with boundaries. And boundaries been a hardcore theme. Like, it's on repeat. I watch multiple other spiritual people. It's on repeat. They're like, and here it is again. If I pulled the card today, I bet you it'd show up. I
I
mean,
bet.
oof. Yeah, so pay attention to that. Like if you see different people and the theme is the same, then you can kind of tell, like, okay, those people are hearing correctly, right? That's how you test your people. Like if I said something to spirit and then I go on my page and Bex posts something or Rhonda posts something or Teresa posts something, then I know we all heard a similar message, right? So then I can affiliate myself with those individuals because we heard the same message. Our vibration is aligned. Correct.
Yeah,
Now, if I get
beautiful.
on there and I hear some people who are like, "Meh, meh, meh, meh," I got nothing for you. I'm hitting the unfollow button. I'm hitting
That's
snooze.
that's what I was going to say. You hit that unfollow button.
Bro,
I
I
And
hit
love the
unfollow,
snooze. Snooze is so
unsnooze.
good.
Oh, snooze is so good. Oh God, people control your Facebook feed, please, and for God's sakes. Nancy, you call them your committee? Yes, I love it. Right? Yeah, I'm like, we're having a total spirit conference right now. Move out the way. We're busy.
No, it's true. This is what they're there for. I mean, there were times in my life where I didn't believe that we had. I just believe it's time to go. I have no connection. I have no God. You know what I mean? I go through all of that. But now I can look back on those years and I could still see or imagine or sense the angels that were right there that I wasn't able to appreciate at the time. And now it's like, yes, yes. And so I give back to my old self who needs it and then I share with others.
Right. I do my sharing through these lives.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to do more. I used to do more crystal, like I used to do more grid clearing back in the earlier days of my ascension. And then I came to a point when the spirit was like, okay, you're not doing grid work, you're just a bridge. Then they were like, stop being a bridge, just be,
You're right.
just be. And I was like,
Yep.
what does
Yeah.
that mean?
Right.
And I'm like, they're like, just be. And then they just showed me a column of light. And then that's when I understood that all we have to do, if at least if you're a second waver, all you have to do is be this channel where you are balancing the masculine energy coming in and bringing it in through the earth to Gaia. That's it. That's all we had to just be columns of light. I was like, oh, right? But it's so hard to do. Like, legit, it's so hard. I fuck it up all the time.
so if you can't, how about like one of the things I learned was you just call your angels in.
Hmm.
and they create that vibration around you, and so you become a column of light, like by proxy, more or
Yeah, you're
less.
like a light
Mm,
buster. That's I
right.
do that too, Rhonda. I just didn't think about it. Like I didn't because I
Yeah.
will consciously just stand and be the light for 10 or 15 minutes and just do that when
Yeah.
they ask
Yeah.
me to. Like
Right.
I'll still do that, but for the most part, since every morning this is my routine, and then I get in the shower and I do some variation of that grounding ritual that I did for you in the
Which is
shower, right?
beautiful
Right.
in the
Yeah,
shower.
Yeah.
yeah, this
Yeah.
is what I do in the shower, guys.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a mom. I don't
Hmm.
have time to be sitting
Exactly.
Hmm.
for 14 hours a day, bro. Like we
Yeah.
have things to do.
I
Like
call it a goddess shower.
right. So
You
I go
know.
in and I make my shower like a good 30 minutes. I've got meditation music on. I've got a
Yeah.
candle lit. I'm brushing my
Yeah.
teeth while I'm in there. I'm doing a spirit posse. I'm stretching. Like it's a whole vibe, you know?
Yeah.
And then
See
when
what
I
a
get
special
out,
time.
Yeah.
right. And then when I get out, I can function. I can deal
Mhm.
with people. I don't have to be a jerk. I don't have to be at the whims of the energies.
Right.
Woohoo.
Ooh, I love that question.
Yeah, that
Have
was a
you?
good question. I just saw it.
Yeah.
So, Jojo, angels feel like warm and fuzzy feelings. That's the best way that I can say it.
Calm.
Yeah, I get
Angels
warm
feel like,
tears.
yeah, like deep calm. Sometimes you'll cry.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll feel something just like enveloping you, like the biggest, warmest hug. Sometimes is like you'll just feel like a little, I don't know, just like a soothing. Like, you know, whenever I need to come from rah to soothing, that's what I call them in, and then it's just like water washes over me. Like if you're hot and sticky, and you get into a nice cool shower, and all of a sudden
Yeah,
you feel
that's
the
fresh
dirt
air.
just come off of you.
Hmm.
That's to me what angels feel like. So that's why I go to the shower so that I can just imitate that sensation and really just fall into it. And then of course you can activate water in multiple ways. You Reiki energy, angelic energy, all of that stuff.
So, how do spirit guides feel?
How did my spirit guides just talk to me? I don't know. They're just loud. I can't even give you a
They're
sensation.
nudgy. They nudge more, and they show you. They highlight things.
Persistent.
Yeah, they're persistent. Like I gotta admit, I think my spirit guides kind of scream at me because I'm really stubborn. I'm kind
Me
of gonna.
too.
I'm for real.
Hmm.
They're kind of like whop me in the head. I'm a little bit much. So I would say they're a little harsher because they're not a high level angelic, I guess is the way to say it. Like the higher realm spirits are softer and you have to listen more closely to really hear them. And I don't mean listen with your ears, I mean listen with your heart. They're very still, gentle, quiet, persistent. It's like Chinese water torture, but for your own good. Literally, that's what it is. My spirit guides are more like,
Frying pan to the head.
Yes.
right, yes, definitely frying pan. All the way, maybe even a piano. Like,
All I can think of is like the Acme safe
it's like
dropping down.
my guides are from Acme. That's right. Yeah, that's all of my guides are from Acme. I
I
swear
love
to
it.
you, they're like Roadrunner.
Oh,
Cute.
That's great.
they've saved me so many times. I gotta
She's
tell
getting
you.
blown up
It's so
here and
Oh
dropping
my
stuff on her
god.
here, and
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they're great, but
yeah.
they're rough because I'm not listening well enough. Oh, I'm
I
in the
have
United
another
States.
short story
Go for it.
about both angel and a spirit guide. Okay, the other day I was feeling an energy coming in,
Mhm.
and it's not my eyes seeing it; it's inside of me seeing it, and it's like as bright as a train light, in the dark. It's like, wow, that's so bright. I go, okay, well, who's coming in? And then I could see orange blossoms around it. I'm thinking, orange blossom and that. And it's like, well, Ariel, that's you. What are you telling to me? Because I'm feeling the
Mhm.
colors. And then she was showing me it's back to the train. And the blossom is Orange Blossom Special, which is a Johnny Cash song. And Johnny Cash happens to
Mm,
be one of my spirit guides I picked up right before I moved to Tennessee.
that makes sense.
And so it's like, oh my God, here I am listening to Ariel. I must not have been paying attention to the other nudges from the spirit guide, but Ariel was showing me. So I actually, to acknowledge it, I came over here and I played the song and I listened. It's like, okay,
Mhm.
you got my attention now. Now I hear you. So
Yeah. So like those songs are what we call clairaudient, right? So you're clairaudient. You get spirit messages in the way of songs or sounds or so like my spirit guides are really weird. They'll play music on different things. Like if the music at the gas pump is one song, then they'll make it be the same song when I go inside. Like it's weird.
Oh,
Or
wow.
or they'll move the song around and then I'll get in the car and it'll play again or stuff like that. So whenever you're hearing songs, that's usually angels play songs. I've never heard anybody else play songs. Angels have the greatest music choices, period, point blank. And it's not
How cool is that?
yeah, it's not classical, y'all. They play the best music. It's awesome. And then those songs are usually a message too. Like I remember once I was doing a session for someone, and she wanted to know if she should date this guy, and they played "Easy Like Sunday Morning" because the way that their relationship was flowing was just like it was really easy. And so that was the green light, you know. And then I got like a green imagery and like a yellow imagery that was like springtime and rebirth and renewal. And so I was like, this is going to be a relationship where you can renew yourself, and it may not last forever, but right now it's going to be real smooth. And then so that's what it was until it wasn't anymore. And that's how that goes sometimes. So yeah. Yeah.
I love
I said,
that.
Kimrâh, they were wondering where you were from, and I was going to say Canada South. You know, that's where all the Canadians go in the winter.
Yeah, North America. No, I'm from Florida, which is actually the armpit of North America.
Not. It's where all the crazy people go in the winter.
Other crazy people, yeah.
Go to in the winter.
Honestly, Florida
mean,
is a demon pit.
You've heard of Florida Man,
Really?
right? I mean,
It's a demon pit. All right, let me tell you.
I've never been
Florida
yet.
is a training ground for really strong light workers, I feel.
Wow.
And when you are here, you go through it. And it takes a lot of strength to overcome what's here. And then whenever you do, things improve. Like
Yeah, you set now.
yeah. So I like the weather here. I don't much like anything else at all. I'm trying to leave. So hopefully 2023 I'll be on my way out of the States completely, hopefully.
Wow.
You're coming up to Canada?
Sad.
No, it's too damn cold. Rhonda, you only have literally a month of warmth. Please.
right.
No, I thought 3 months, but you know, 4 actually.
It depends on the year.
But you call that's still my winter.
I know, but I love winter in Florida.
Winter in Florida is like, I don't even know. It's summer for you.
It is.
Really? When it?
It really is.
I call it preservation through refrigeration.
Yeah.
Yeah. See.
I will remember that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Nancy Louise wants you to come up to Asheville.
I like it. I've been to Asheville, oddly enough. When I was in college, like 20 years ago, it's the weirdest thing. I liked Asheville. It was a really cool little hippie town. They had the best bong stores I'd ever seen in my life. I was like, this place is great.
How cool is that?
The mountains are beautiful. The streams are gorgeous in Asheville. It's a really nice little area. Yeah, I like it up there. That's pretty, but it's too cold for me. They have real snow.
Listen, didn't you have real snow in the early years? Like, isn't that a part of your,
Yeah, but it killed me.
beginning? It killed you.
So, little known story. I had asthma from birth.
Oh.
Okay. And so if you know anything about the energetic root of asthma, it's not being able to take up space, not feeling sufficient enough, not being enough. Okay. And so I was born like that.
Yeah.
And then the Boston winters attacked me.
Oh,
Boston.
that would hurt.
So I would spend all winter in the emergency room getting breathing treatments and needles, and my mom couldn't take it anymore. Like, God bless her. And when I see my daughter get sick, I get it now. I'm just like, oh yeah, we would have moved too. You're right. We're not going to do the whole winter, every winter in the emergency room with like pneumonia, bronchitis, and asthma with the baby.
Yes.
No.
And those adrenaline shots.
All of that, and the steroids and all
Yeah.
of that. Right. So my mom was not having it. So we moved here And then, of course, this was the 80s. So, like, crack was bad in the 80s.
Mhm.
And my dad was not with finding needles in front of his, well paid for home that he worked hard for. So we moved,
Mhm.
like we moved and it was better for my health. And so, it is what it is.
It makes sense.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
had
snow's a
bath,
bitch,
right.
and the cold is a, but it's temporary. I like the changing seasons because I don't like the same thing all the time. I would get bored.
I like to swim until damn September,
Oh,
You
October.
can swim in
wow.
Canada,
No, I can't.
and then
I can barely
Not
bathe
even
in
in the
Canada. What
summer
do you
you can swim
mean?
in Canada. That's
we
cold
can,
water.
we have pools up here, but in
Heated
the
pools.
winter you can put on special shoes and you can go gliding across. It's called ice and
Listen,
skiing.
Oh,
now I'm an ocean baby. I like to
Uh,
body surf.
uh,
So a
yeah.
pool is just a larger bathtub to me.
true,
Right.
true.
Like,
Yeah.
I need to be in the ocean. I need
Yeah, me
constant
too.
wave movement.
Uh,
I need to be re-cleansed and like that.
Rocked.
Yeah, I need to be rocked into
Yep.
like sense, like
yeah, it's awesome. No,
yeah.
everybody's like put where they are because they need points of light everywhere.
Yeah,
Really,
Well,
truly.
and that's the thing. We start to move once you clear things. That's what I've noticed. Like,
Right.
one of the things with what
Ooh.
are the things? Let me just bring this up because this is important because you just mentioned points of light. We are all points of light on the crystalline grid across the entire globe,
Yes.
completely. Every single individual who was awake is a point of light. And what happens is your light is either dimmer or brighter as you are going through your portion of the awakening, right? So, what happens is oftentimes you burn your light out initially when you're first awake because you think you have to keep your light burning all the time. You don't understand you're part of a network. We're all connected. Please feel free to power down and let someone power up and replace you because you need to take a break and care for yourself. And this comes back to boundaries, right? Like I swear to God, they're not going to let me get off this freaking rampage. Like boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. You are not in it alone. You are part of a connected network of souls all across the earth. And even if they don't know they're blinking on when you shut off, they will. Just keep testing it and you'll see it. You'll see people that are in your soul tribe. When you get tired, they're not tired anymore. When they get tired, you're not tired anymore. And so it's a wave, okay? Like it's a wave. We all are working in concert together. So you don't have to be on all the time. You don't have to be channeling all the time. You don't have to do missions all the time. That's just crazy. Go to sleep. Integrate
Yes.
something.
Integrate. Yeah.
Integrate.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And that's when you can call in the proxy team, right? That's
Yeah.
when you
Right.
call in your angels to hold your space for you, to keep the light on in the grid and just anchoring that light in, and to call in your unicorns or your dragons
Mhm.
or whoever
Whatever.
else you need to clear in, call in.
Yeah. Or
But
just
that's
know that
part of
it's
your
being
mission.
taken care of. How about this? Just know it's being taken care of. Take a
Yeah,
fucking break. You're allowed.
Mhm.
You're allowed. I give you permission from your spirit guides to sit the fuck down. All is well.
I needed to hear that.
yeah,
I
So
am
look,
sitting the fuck down.
that is an overbalanced masculine. That's a traumatized masculine
Oh,
doesn't
okay.
know when to
Just
sit
settle down.
down. And
Okay.
why does that happen? Because we're balancing all of the things that were done wrong to the mother right now. So this overactive masculine that you see every woman holding is from thousands of years of rape and torture and disrespect and foolishness and babies being snatched and all of that.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So we are balancing that. That's why the boundaries are in because you can't just give away to your detriment anymore. That's not how it works. Please store yourself. Please restore yourself. Please fill yourself. That way you can take care of your kids at a minimum. Because your kids are waking up too, and you're missing it because you're fucking tired.
Yep.
There was this other subject coming from this. Okay, we're talking about balance and
Right.
everything. And so for years I've been working on this. I think I'm finally making headway, but that's only because you brought it up again in your video. And it's about the split that we have, some of us. I don't think everybody does, but there's that split probably from the solar plexus up.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Oh yeah, look at the visions from the grounding down, which is why that beautiful grounding exercise that you gave us. But there's a split some of us have. Can you touch on explaining that a little bit?
I don't. I don't know. I think everybody has that split. I think it's
Everybody
just whether
does.
or
Oh,
not.
good.
I think it's just a matter of where you are in your integration.
Mhm.
Like where are you in your integration? Like when you start on your path, you're gonna be all the way one way or all the way that way. Like the Buddha talks about finding the middle way. But what did he do first? He was extremely wealthy and then he was extremely poor. And then he
Mhm.
found balance. That's what Dharma is. That's balance.
Mhm.
Right? So
Right on.
at first, you're just like, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta save people, I gotta be this, I gotta be that, I gotta do that, I gotta, oh, it's so important. It is important, but you you're being a little Christian like that right now. You're forcing yourself on people.
Mhm.
That's not the way. Everybody has their path. Everybody has to fall down. Everybody has to pick themselves up. Everybody has to ask their own spirit guides for help. You can't ask for them. I can't ask for your spirit guides. I can facilitate the ability for you to finally fucking hear them.
Right, right, right.
That's about it. And if you choose to still not listen at that point, what am I supposed to do? Like, really?
Mhm.
Really, yeah. Right
Really?
on.
Your ears out? Yeah.
Right. What am I supposed to do? Like, okay, let me bink.
Yeah.
Let me hit you with my unicorn horn and see if we can magically activate some sense. Magically.
Oh, wow. That would be something.
God, please. Oh, please give me that strength today.
Let's just do,
Right.
Right?
yeah.
Please. Oh my gosh, I would truly be a magical human being if I could do it. And it would make things a lot easier, but that's not the truth of the game. It's
Right.
not the truth of the game. It's not the truth of the game. The truth of the game is that you got to do all your own work by yourself with your guides.
Mhm.
And if you need help, it's good for you to invest in yourself and find someone who you resonate with to work with.
Yeah,
But don't just go
exactly.
chasing waterfalls, right? Oh my God, here he goes with the song.
Yep.
Don't go chasing waterfalls. Right. So don't go chasing waterfalls. Like, really, do be discerning, find out if the people resonate. I mean, like, you don't have to take everything that I say. If it resonates with you, take it. If it doesn't resonate, leave it. You're
Yeah,
not hurting me either way.
right.
I'm neutral in my delivery of what it is that I'm delivering because this message is really not going to change. Been hammering it home for a long time. Right, right. You want maybe sense to all of you. You've been
That's
gifted with
awesome.
sense.
Woohoo.
Yeah. The common sense that
I wish
isn't.
I
Yeah.
could dent it. Look, wish I could hit myself with it.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, dance. I love it.
I mean, you gotta be easy on yourselves, guys. Like, we're human beings. We screw up. We're doing the best that we can, integrating a divine aspect into a very limited avatar,
Mhm.
a very limited avatar, and we're all doing a phenomenal job. If you woke up today, you're doing a phenomenal job. Even if you feel depressed, even if you're angry, even if you're stressed, even if there's not food in your fridge, even if your rent is due and you don't have it, you're still doing a phenomenal job. That's it.
And you
Give
didn't
yourself
come here by accident to hear that message.
no, give yourself some
Okay.
grace today, yo.
Yeah. Just
Yeah.
didn't stop scrolling for no reason.
Yeah.
So
Tell me something, Rhonda.
I just wanted to ask where people can find you and what are you offering to
What's
people right
next?
now and what's
Mhm.
next. Yeah.
Okay, so I found out that you guys do give away a free session to anybody who
Mhm.
shares this video. So I have decided that I will give away a free session too. Look
Yay.
at this.
Woohoo.
Yay.
That's awesome. Thank you
Right,
so
so I
much.
have no problem doing that. That would be great. And, thank you for hanging out with me because I'm insane, but I like it. And
You
I'm
know
okay
what?
with it.
We enjoy your insanity because we relate to
Yeah.
it. So
Thank you.
Immensely.
Yeah, yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
I feel better already.
And
Yeah.
then you can find me on my business page, Silver Lining Spirals.
Mhm.
Silver Lining Spirals. It's hard to spell, but it really means something. Why do I call my company Silver Lining Spirals? It's because I believe that the ascension process is like this unicorn horn, and it's a spiral.
Mhm.
And in order for you to ascend, you have to start catching the silver linings of your shitty life. And you
Mhm.
start dragging yourself out of the depression, out of the anger, out of the horribleness, and you start to lean into the love that is truly there available to you, right? Like, look, the universe is like, not only is he my sugar daddy, but he's like the best husband I've ever had and the most loving father and mother, and nothing is unavailable to me because of that, right? And if you start to believe that the universe is always trying to conspire for good things to happen to
Yes.
you, they do.
Yes.
They just do. Like, that's what I've learned. And so,
Absolutely.
and don't get me wrong, I had a horrible dark night of the soul this year, guys.
Woohoo. Yeah.
I got dragged. I
Mhm.
was shocked at how bad I got dragged. I was like, "Oh, I thought I did work." They were like, "Ha ha!" Yeah. And I was like, "Oh." But like I said, what is your soul desire, right? I know that in my heart, I have a very deep desire to help not just 100 people, not just 1,000 people, but literally millions of people. I have this desire in my heart to do that, right? And so because of that, sometimes we just shed some shit.
Ooh. Yep. Yep.
We have excess tower moments. They're horrible, but on the other side is this beautiful beauty and peace and calm. Okay. So find me
Yeah.
on Silver Lining Spirals. I'm doing private sessions for people. I am actually taking 2 full-time clients who want to go through my signature program. It's called the Moldavite Effect. And Moldavite because it's massive transformation, right? And I love crystals. I love crystals. Right? And so we do gut, heart, and mind
Ooh.
in this program, and we go through the self-awareness, self-respect, self-esteem, self-worth, and we take you to self-love. Okay, and it's very important to work on your gut because it's hard to meditate and feel better when your gut is sending out signals of sorrow.
Oh yeah.
That's
Oh
what it breaks
yeah.
down to, right? Your food is your medicine,
Yes, for
right?
sure.
Yep.
Food is medicine. Absolutely. And Bex, you've got some questions to
I
ask.
do. I have the fun questions.
Fun
All right.
question.
All right.
Ooh.
First question. If you had to choose a song to be the theme song of your life, what would it be?
It's still Unstoppable Joy. It's my favorite song.
Yeah.
That's
I love
beautiful.
it.
I listened to it.
Yeah.
Wasn't it a great song?
Great. It is.
Great song.
Yeah.
Oh,
It just talks
Absolutely.
about, if everyone could stop suffering and just burst into unstoppable joy, what a beautiful day that would be.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't that
for a
just
few
be
seconds.
It's
Yeah,
time.
just like for 3 seconds.
Oh my God. Yeah. That would change
I love it.
everything.
Yeah, that would change everything, right?
Yeah.
So that's the goal.
Absolutely. Good
That's the
choice.
goal.
All right. Second question is, what is your favorite crystal?
It's my blue kyanite, but it's not actually with me right now because it's on my bed. It's on my bed, but I have I have a bunch of crystals with me. I've got quartz, I've got a tourmaline, I've got a couple of amethysts today because we're doing,
Nice.
some deep grounding for everybody.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Very good.
Awesome. All right.
You
And the
have a
last,
committee of stones,
yes. Oh
Yeah,
God.
the stone
Committee of
committee.
stones. That's, yeah, everywhere.
Crystal Kingdom. Oh my God. Yeah, I wouldn't even try to start pulling them. Yeah.
I know.
I'm
Once
surrounded
you get
too,
us all
yep.
started,
Yeah.
our
Crystals
best
are
little
the-
friends.
I have my
They,
pyrite.
mine tuck me in at night. They're literally all around me on my
They're
bed.
all around. Yeah,
Yep.
I do that too. I'll sleep with like 3 or 4 of them. They'll be
Yep.
like
Yeah.
piled on me. I like tuck them into something. I'm like, oh, my neck's hurting. I'm like, oh, let me stick
Oh,
a crystal
Yep.
in and take it out.
Keep the amethyst under the pillow for
precious.
dream recall, and yeah,
Yep.
all right.
I
Always.
selenate
Alright.
under my bed. Yeah.
And then the last question, I'll bring this little guy over for. Have you ever
Oh,
experienced
look.
extra dimensional intelligence?
Oh, I love him.
He's so cute.
Wow,
Really
he's
looking.
sweet.
Oh, dude.
Hello
I
there.
love
Pretty
him.
cool.
He's dope. So yes, I have had in the past. I'm gonna say, let me be truthful. In the past, I've dealt more with galactics. Currently, not so much. And sometimes my friends who deal more with the galactics will be like, "Hey, the Arcturian said womp womp," and I'm like, "Cool." Telling myself, "What's up?"
Yeah.
But they're like, "You can talk to us." I'm like, "I know, but I don't want to. It's fine." And
Right. Okay.
and only because, like you were mentioning earlier, Teresa, it's hard to know which guide is speaking to you sometimes
Yeah.
when you have a plethora of guides, right? And oftentimes I'll think it's somebody, it's not them, it'll be my dragon. And then my dragon will get real pissed off and I get a screeching headache because
Oh,
I'm not
no.
paying attention to my dragon.
Oh wow.
And they're not a fan of that at all,
No.
right?
Oh,
So it's like,
wow.
I wake up and I'm like,
Wow.
oh, I'm like, dragon? Oh, dragon. Okay, sorry.
Oh.
Focus. What do you want to tell me? What do you want to tell me? Okay. and then it'll ease off, right? So I've been trying to limit kind of who's giving me input for now, because it's not as relevant to what I'm doing.
Right.
What I'm doing right now, I'm boots on the ground,
Yeah.
right? Picking up people who are waking up and who are struggling, and who
Right
need
on.
just practical application. It's not that the galactics aren't important. It's that that's not as grounded, and that's
Mhm.
not gonna it's not gonna help you bring in cash money, really.
No, absolutely.
And you gotta feed.
Yeah,
Feed.
and like when I do my own sessions, I don't tune into specifics. I tune into the message, and it's the spiritual support team of whoever I'm connecting with. I would
Right.
rather tune into the collective energy than try to single out, because for me that just feels exhausting. Trying to like hone in on one specific, go for the whole.
Right.
Yeah, it's way too much work. Like,
Yeah.
unless one of them specifically has something that they're
Right.
desperate to bring forth.
Right. And,
But
and then they'll,
yeah,
Yeah,
then
they'll make it loud. Yeah.
right.
yeah.
Or like if you just watch this live, you'll see me go from being like this to being like more strident to being like this. That's like different guides are popping in and they're like
Yeah.
hammering in their issue. You like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But for the most part, I'm just here riding the wave. Like
Right.
whatever you want to say. Like I don't want to. I'm not arguing with people. What is it that you want the collective to hear? Cool. Because really, that's all I'm really here for, is to be a mouthpiece for that message to reach
Yep.
whoever had a question that they couldn't answer. Right? Like there's a
Super.
lot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things. So
Awesome.
Well-
Perfect answers.
Have an excellent Samhain, Kimrâh.
Samhain.
Samhain.
Yes, Samhain.
I don't,
Samhain. Are you going out with your daughter
Samhain.
for trick or treat, or is she too?
No, she is a child. She is excited about trick or treating, and she's 14, but whatever.
Oh,
She's got
yeah.
full galactic goddess shoe and like
Love
Aw.
it.
snake
Awesome.
thing, and
Are you dressing up too?
this is as dressed up as I'm gonna get because I'm a
Okay.
witch every other day. So today I'm a unicorn
Yeah.
for Dia de los Muertos. That's it. That's the most you're gonna get out of me, guys.
That's awesome.
This is my everyday life. Today the veil is just thinner,
Yeah,
my
I
spirit
love
guides.
it.
Yeah, they're just a little bit louder this right now. It's a lot.
Isn't it
louder.
staying thin? Like we forgot to ask that part, but I know that we talked about that before. But isn't it staying thin now? Like it's not going to. I mean, because of the energy work and everything.
Well, truthfully, it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna get much thicker
Yeah.
through the end of the year, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because the astrology is asking for a deep dive within,
Yeah.
which means there's a lot of shadow work to be done.
Chills.
I mean, yeah, I'm seeing people who are supposed to be like Spirit told them a year ago, hey, this is not going to work out. And they're praying for it to work out.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
why we're talking about surrender today.
Yeah.
Like, why are you praying for your limitations? It's clear. It's actually spelled out. It's like physically you're getting beat up in the face by the world, and you are unwilling to actually receive the message, and you're praying to be returned to your bondage.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't. Sorry. Please stop. Please surrender. Okay? Just please stop. Okay? Please stop. Spirit is just like, please stop, please stop, please stop, please stop, please
Liberation
stop.
through surrender.
Absolutely.
Please choose your sovereign self. Please choose your own heart. Please choose your own happiness. Please
Yes.
choose filling your cup. Please choose boundaries. Please choose the truth. You know what? If you're a battered woman out there, if you're an abused woman, if you're a domestically hurt individual, male or female, I want you to know that you can leave. Okay? This is really important. I need you to know that you can leave. It doesn't look like it right now, but please know you can leave. Please. Okay? This is really important. People are going to start dying from this foolishness. They've already been dying from it.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about the high suicide rate. Nobody wants to talk about the worldwide depression. Why do you think people are waking up? Because the whole world is depressed. That's what a spiritual awakening is. You wake up one day and you realize, damn, none of this shit is working. I hate my fucking life. I hate the
Yes.
person I lay in bed with. I hate the job I go to. I feel like an empty husk. a shell of myself. Where did that whoever she was or whoever he was go? And that's when you start your spiritual path.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You start asking the
Amen.
questions that
You got to
open
ask,
it
like,
up.
is there going to be better? Is there more? Why am I here? Why did I stay with this BS this long?
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be. And guess what? All of it is fine. Now is the time to free yourself. I don't care what happened before. You can be free now. You can choose to go right now. But please, radical action. Please fucking do it. I don't want to
Awesome.
bury you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks
That's
so
powerful.
much. And on that note, I think we'll say goodbye.
I just have to announce the winner. We can't
Oh, yeah.
leave without that.
Okay, yeah, I'll put
And
you
don't
back.
forget to share it out, guys, because now you have a chance to win one session with
With Kim.
Kimrâh, which is an amazing, amazing experience, I guarantee.
Oh yeah, will.
You know,
Absolutely.
whoever wins is going to be so absolutely blessed to have that experience. So make sure
Looking
you guys share
forward
it out. And we still have the share it out from us as well, which you get to win a session with me. So make sure you guys share this out. And we'll announce the 2 winners next week. And the winner of this week's Share It Out, who won with Rhonda, is Mary E. Zimmerman. Congratulations.
Yay. Hello,
Yay.
Mary.
Congrats, Mary.
Yeah.
Ladies,
So-
thank you so much for having me
Thank
on
you.
today. It's been a
Yeah,
real
come
blessing.
again. Let's just
Yes.
keep this going.
We'll have you on. Next episode will be about the unfucking because I think it's time.
Oh yeah,
The
listen.
great
We'll have a full
unfucking.
episode
Oh
on
my
the
god.
unfucking.
We gotta do this.
Unfucking. That's right. We
Yeah.
don't need to call it the awakening. Let's call it the great unfucking.
unfucking.
There you
That's
go.
way better. Yes.
Yeah.
I can see the stars now. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just need 1 star, Rhonda. Just 1.
Just one decent soul star.
I love
I
it.
love it. Thank you so much, ladies. Everyone have a beautiful day out there. Don't forget to ground. Put your boundaries up. Drink some freaking water. Happy Samhain. Happy Halloween. Stay blessed.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.